Activity 6, problem number 3. Using a do-while loop, draw a flowchart to find the factorial of an input number. The factorial of a number is the product of all the numbers from 1 to that number. So we're going to perform a trace on the flowchart. And then in this portion here of the screen, we have all of the variables that are being used in the flowchart, and we will see their current values. And in this portion here, every time there is an output from the flowchart, it goes here. So we're going to start tracing. We start with the start symbol, then following the arrow direction, we go here. Then we have C is equal to 1. So in the trace part, let me just select the brush, the color. So here we have the initial value of C. And then right below C is equal to 1, we have fact is equal to 1. So we're also going to put here the initial value for the variable fact. And then right down below, we have an input command. So we're just going to give it a sample number. Let's say we have the inputted number, a sample value of 3. So this means that the flowchart is going to calculate the factorial of 3. Next, we're going to just follow the arrow downwards. Here we have fact is equal to fact times C. The current value of fact is 1 times the current value of C, which is 1. So that's 1 times 1 is 1. So the value 1 goes to variable fact. So here in the trace portion here, we're actually going to replace this with the same number. It's a new value, but it's just happens to be the same. And then we have down below, we have C plus 1. So that's 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 goes to variable C. We're going to replace this with the new value 2. And then now we arrive at the condition. We have the current value of C, which is 2, less than or equal to the current value of N, the value of N, which is 3. So that's 2 less than or equal to 3 is 3. So we write that again, and then calculate this again. So we have the current value of fact, which is 1. 1 times the current value of C, 2. That's 1 times 2 is 2. 2 goes to variable fact. So now we're going to replace this with the new value 2. And then here we have 2 plus 1, that's 3. 3 goes to C. We're going to replace this with the new value 3. Then back to the condition. The value of C is now 3, and the value of N is 3. So that's 3 less than or equal to 3. That's true. So we're going back again, just following the direction of the arrow. We have here, we're going to calculate again this formula. So fact times C, that's 2. 2 times the value of C, 3. That's 2 times 3 is 6. 6 goes to the variable fact. So we're going to replace this with 6. And then next we have C plus 1. That's 3 plus 1, 4. 4 goes to C. Replace this with 4. Okay, next. So the current value of C is now 4. 4 less than or equal to 3 is now false. So we're going here, and then we're going to display the factorial, which is in the fact variable, which is 6. So this is now the output of the flowchart. So the entered value, sample input is 3, and then the flowchart calculated its factorial and then outputted the value 6, because the factorial of 3 is 6. And then that's the end. This is supposed to be small, although it's beyond the screen.